A revolutionary dark tale on Spider-Man begins here. What is reality and what is dream? What is science and what is magic? At the intersection of all this stands the deadly neighborhood Spider-Man. Peter Parker goes to Los Angeles, and what he finds there is definitely not angels. The demons waiting for Peter are going to test him like never before. The deadly neighborhood Spider-Man also shows Peter Parker in a new light. While he's as friendly and as heroic as ever, visually he can be downright terrifying. His new design is captivating, with his fingers looking more like claws, and the usual whites of his eyes glowing yellow and looking like flames. On top of that, the movement in the comic is dynamic, swinging through a nightmarish dreamscape, reminiscent of a Vincent van Gogh painting. Nothing here is from the real world, and everything is dark and deadly. Even his costume takes a more abstract and evil look. In the real world, Peter Parker is visiting LA and working with a colleague, Crystal, to crack the mystery of some super science tech. On his way back to the lab, Peter has another dream, but then is thrust back into reality just as some kids are being chased into the woods by a giant black bear. Thought to be extinct in that area of California, it strikes Peter as odd, but he helps the kids escape and subdues the massive bear with his trusty webbing. Spider-Man continuously finds himself randomly transported to this nightmarish realm, popping in and out of conscious and subconscious waking dreams. Every time he enters the mysterious realm, it becomes more deadly and terrifying than the last. Throughout the issue, Peter keeps encountering spiral designs reminiscent of Junji Ito's masterpiece, Uzumaki. It's almost as if they're marking a gateway of sorts. In one of the dreams, Peter is aged decades and encounters an anthropomorphic crow. The crow man tells him that change is coming in the form of an old being. That being will bring a new beginning. Spider-Man isn't a stranger to spirals. At first glance, they appear to be very similar to the spiral design of Absolute Carnage. But given that there are no other clues in the issue pointing to Cletus Cassidy, the story seems to be pointing towards a very different villain. There are several clues that are similar to themes from Native American culture. Throughout the issue, Peter is studying an ancient rock that appears to have some kind of tribal symbols on it. Add that to the symbolic totems of the Crow Man and the bear Spider-Man encountered earlier, it might seem that the story is on the trail of the demon bear previously treaded by Danny Moonstar and the New Mutants. Peter finally reaches the lab, and just as they implement the critical project data, another spiral appears on the screen. A gateway opens, and the nightmarish demon bear emerges, claws out, fangs sharper than ever, blood red eyes, aglow with fire. The question still remains whether this is the same demon bear the New Mutants fought. If this is the same creature, Spider-Man is going to have his hands more than full. Overall, Deadly Spider-Man is a different take on everyone's favourite web slinger. The story by Taboo is powerful, the art by the creative team is awesome. Altogether, a story those fans will soon not forget. Honestly, you need to give it a read, it's so good. The visuals are amazing. And if you enjoyed this shorter style of video, let me know. If you didn't, let me know too. Subscribe if you haven't already, or don't, you don't have to. And peace.